So I just wanted to ask a few questions. One is that you seem to struggle with some of the challenges that some of the judges would tell you that they felt that maybe you didn't really understand the challenges. Do you think it was sort of an issue of maybe a problem of a language barrier, or do you think it more was just that you had a different interpretation of what you thought that they wanted?
Definitely. Maybe I can say both. For sure, I have many struggles about language barriers. Probably most of them was at the beginning of the show. But I have to say also that I have to recognize that for the fact that I just been in New York maybe just 7 months right now, and at the point that I get into the show being like 5, I have to say that maybe I never connected to the fashion statement probably of the city, or maybe the market or the trends. I thought probably was the same thing as my country in Puerto Rico, because I've been there like 32 years of my life, and probably because it's too close to New York, I was thinking will be the same, but maybe it's not. Maybe I was wrong. So I don't know if you get my point.
Yeah, well, on a related note, that's sort of what I would ask. Do you feel that your style and your sort of design aesthetic is based on your upbringing and having lived in Puerto Rico, or do you feel it's something entirely different?
No. I have to say, I have to look forward and see how many changes about my aesthetic I can change it in my future. But right now, I have to say that, of course, my aesthetic is related about my country, and that's the reason that I think that they don't like my aesthetic so much, probably. Because I have so confidence. I've been so confident with all my designs, and when they don't like it, or they think that it's like for all girls and everything, I was like, for real? I was so, because sometimes I can recognize that I do something like not too much, and I can think like, oh, probably they don't like it. But most of my looks, I was very confident about.
Oh, that's good, definitely.
And their critiques surprised me so much. And it was like, in some points I get like lost during the competition. I was thinking, oh my God, maybe I should not be a fashion designer because nobody likes nothing about me. So I was very confused. Several times during the competition I get confused. But it's just about taste, and let's see what happens.
Hi, Casanova. It's Wendy from The Examiner. I was wondering if you could tell us... Hi. I was wondering if you could tell us about the inspiration about your line for Fashion Week. The lovely white pants and tops.
Fashion Week, the gold pants.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's very curious because I've been inspired in my grandmother, and I have to make that fact very clear. When I said that I'm getting inspired in my grandmother, I don't want to try to people think that my grandmother can wear all my collection, because it's not. I've been inspired in things about my grandmother. For example, my grandmother is a strong woman. I consider my grandmother as a woman of steel. That's the reason of the makeup, because the makeup look like the woman behind the skin is from steel. And my grandmother never wore pants, but she always took decisions. She had no more education, and she always took like smart decisions. And she's extremely self-confident, and I always consider my grandmother as a woman with cans. Probably in Spanish, I can say like a woman with balls. I don't know, in English it's rude, probably. So, you know what I mean? My mother is like a very strong, and that's the way that I can represent in a runway. Women in pants, women with self-confidence, women that don't care about about like shiny, about colors, about, strong woman. And of course, the hairstyle is the same hairstyle that my mother have every single day with all the bobby pins in the back. It's the same thing that my grandmother wear like daily.
But not the makeup, right?
Not the makeup. The makeup is just my interpretation, how I can get in the wrong way a woman of steel.
Right.
My mother even don't wear makeup. It's just my interpretation of the way that I can see my grandmother.